All right, folks. I might be live, I might not be. I'm not sure. Still getting used to this whole live stream thing. So let's see. Should be live. Okay. And we're live. All right. Sweet. Oh, I'm watching myself on the computer. All right. What's up, guys? Mike here from the Lost Co. in Bellingham, Washington. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Lots of riding. I myself went for my first mountain bike ride in a while. It's almost embarrassing saying that I haven't been on a bike ride in about 2 months, but yeah, it's been about 2 months. So, but we went out and rode on my friend's property yesterday, went and built a bunch of little weird jumps, and everyone just kind of sessioned this little hill on my friend's property, and there were probably like 40 people out there just like all yelling simultaneously as everyone tried these really weird janky jumps, so it was super fun. So it was actually kind of cool. I don't know if you guys saw on Instagram yesterday or not, but I put up a little video where I said, okay guys, my video that I just uploaded was a bike check, and speaking of bike check, I'm gonna go check to make sure that my bike still works, and so I went for a ride yesterday, so that was good. So anyway, how are you guys? We got 22 people right away. I think about 15 people were waiting to watch the show, which is pretty good. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are definitely still dialing in the live stream things. There's a lot of little things to plug in, and I think that we have everything dialed. Let me know if you can't hear me or anything, but I think all that stuff is good from last week's setup. So we're going to continue expanding on just how cool we can get the show, get it into a real full production thing. It's kind of hard to run it when Callie's not here, but she'll be back for next episode, or for next week's episode of MTB Insider when she's back from Hawaii. Then we're going to have the whole multiple camera thing going on again. We're going to have a bunch of products. We're going to have more people on, things like that. So after next week, I think that everything should be super, super pimped out on our live stream, and we're pretty stoked at how things are going already, because it's super high quality and we think that you guys really like that. So it's been a long day in the shop today. It's Monday, so that means we got to send all of our orders. We got to ship customer orders. We got to do a whole lot. Pretty much everything that you can possibly do in a bike shop all pretty much happens on a Monday. So I did my best to get really prepared for tonight's show. So on tonight's show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink some seltzer water, put that aside. I should probably not be holding that the whole time. So on tonight's show, what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a little bit of a recap on our newest video, which I posted up on our YouTube channel yesterday. I did a bike check on my bike. I've had a ton of requests to make that video, and you asked and we listened, so we went and filmed that guy. Actually filmed it like over a month ago, and then I spent 14 hours editing it. Editing is crazy. So on Saturday, I edited this video from 9 a.m. until 1 in the morning, then woke up on Sunday. Did 2 more hours of editing, got it all uploaded, but I'm super happy how it turned out. Yeah, it was really fun editing that one. We had a lot of fun filming that. And so, yeah, what I really wanted to do in tonight's episode of MTB Insider was basically just go over my bike build and see if you guys had any questions. We're also going to watch the video real quick together, or at least most of it. And I want to just see if you guys had any questions about kind of the components that I ride, what my kind of reviews are on them, real quick reviews, if you guys have questions on just seeing what I think about some of the products. And like I said in the video, we really only like to sell the things that we actually ride, so that's kind of why I'm super pumped for this bike check video, is because I wanted to show you guys what I like to ride and why we sell the brands that we do sell, why we focus so heavily. You'll notice that when you go to our website versus when you go to other companies' websites, we don't have as extensive of a list of products from different brands. What we really like to do is actually focus on certain brands, really get to know all the configurations and specifications of those, and then it's easier to actually ride the products, because then we don't just have a bunch of random things that we're selling just to sell stuff. So we really like to only push the brands that we actually ride. So I wanted to showcase that and really make that apparent with the bike check that I did, let you guys know that we really do ride what we sell. So anyway, my bike overall, sorry that I don't have the second camera angle without Callie being here. She's actually got the camera in Hawaii taking some photos out there, which is probably going to be pretty cool. So anyway, my bike is a 2016 NS Snabb E. E stands for Enduro, and it's carbon. So it's got a carbon front triangle and a carbon seat stay with an aluminum rocker and aluminum chainstays. So I kind of built this bike to be just like a little bit of a monster truck. I really like the whole having one bike kind of deal. I really like to make sure that when I go to Whistler and when I go to when I go to Pemberton and all that jazz, when it's super chunky, I'm riding really rough trails, I really wanted my bike to be set up so that it is going to just basically plow through everything, but also be pretty efficient in terms of pedaling and pumping through flow trails and smooth trails, things like that. So I kind of have it set up, I think, to be pretty good at doing everything. It's a really all-around good bike. But not only just for having fun, I also wanted to pick parts that are the most durable, that are going to be the easiest to service, and also need service the least amount. Because obviously, I would much rather ride my bike than be stuck in the shop any more than I already am, working on my bike all the time, and I'm sure you guys are the same. Who wants to spend time in their garage when they could definitely be out utilizing the beautiful weather, riding their bike? I know I would. It just got super nice here in Bellingham, so I am very, very excited to actually utilize that great weather that we're about to get. So yeah, and also for tonight, I forgot to mention, and I'm going to mention this now because we got a bunch of new people coming on. Tonight, I'm going to be giving away some grips. These are my favorite grips. These are the ODI Elite Pro, and like I said in the video, I don't know if you guys saw the video or not, hopefully you did, and you're prepared for everything. It's got a super nice palm grip on top, so it fits right in the middle of your palm, so it's super soft. It kind of contours to that concave part of your hand, so it's super nice right there and plush and soft. And then on the bottom, it's got some waffle grips to hold your fingers on. I don't think I can actually ride a bike without waffle grips or the waffle pattern on the bottom of the grip just to hold my fingers on. It's really nice too when you have a loose grip and you're kind of on the back of the bike. You can kind of just let your fingers kind of hang on to that waffle pattern and really hold yourself onto the bars. So I really like that. So we have a bunch of different colors. I'm probably going to give away a couple of these sets because I really like these things and I want you guys to get on some of these grips and tell me how you like them. So we are going to do a couple giveaways scattered throughout the show. I'm also going to be giving away a couple sticker packs and things like that, so definitely stay tuned. So anyway, back to my bike. This thing is, yeah, carbon frame. I also did want to I wanted to switch to carbon wheels. The reason that I wanted to do the carbon wheels is because these are from We Are One. They have a lifetime warranty. If I finally do break these things, which I have not been able to, I've smashed these things. I think the number that I used in the video was about 150 times, which is not I'm not like making that number up. That is a real thing. Like I smash my rims all the time, especially in Whistler Bike Park. So I seriously love these things. These are just fun to ride. Carbon is obviously a stiffer material than alloy, so it is going to be a little bit of a stiff ride, not necessarily for everyone, but I don't think that's ever a drawback. You'll see sometimes on reviews where people will talk about how carbon rims are too stiff, or like clickbait titles like, are carbon rims worth the money? Things like that. I'm gonna say, heck yeah, they are. Lifetime warranty. I generally like to build my bike so that I'm gonna keep it for a long time, and bikes are kind of a weird thing if you think about it. So mountain bikes are one of the only things that you buy to intentionally beat the heck out of. You don't go to the store and buy a MacBook and then be like, yeah, I'm gonna seriously beat this thing up. I'm gonna like use this MacBook so hard. It's not like that ever. Like every time that you ever buy anything, it's like, I'm gonna keep this clean. I'm gonna make sure that I don't dent it. I wanna keep good care of it so it carries its resale value. No, it's not like that with mountain bikes. You literally buy everything so that you can smash it through rocks and ride it down a mountain. And also you want it to be safe when you're crashing and letting your bike tomahawk and flip through the woods. So I basically want to always get things that are going to be the most durable and longest lasting. So in terms of the carbon rims, I've smashed them 1,000,000 times, 150 about, and they're seriously like straight as an arrow. I don't even understand how I'm still on the same rims. So that is one of my favorite things. And also, if I do finally actually find the breaking point of one of these We Are One agent rims, then Dustin at We Are One will actually send me a new rim for free. And that same thing goes to any of the customers that do buy We Are One carbon wheel sets. So that is something that I always really look for in a company. Good warranty, good customer service, and also a good crew. We Are One is also a crew of like really good bike riders up in Kamloops, BC. So they are kind of up in the heartland. They build their products to last up in British Columbia, so that's how you know that they are good. So let's also look at another big piece of the bike, and that's going to be the suspension, which I probably have the most questions for. A lot of people will always ask me, you know, what shock I like. Do I like the DHX2 or the Float X2? What travel I'm running in my fork, things like that. And a lot of questions about dropper posts, because dropper posts are super finicky and it's kind of hard to actually find a dropper post that is going to work in the long term and also feel good while you're riding. So let's talk about that real quick. So I got the fork set at 160 millimeters. These orange forks for 27.5 inch wheels only actually come in 180 millimeters. So I set my bike up like that when I first built it, and I was pretty much building this bike to prepare for last season's bike park season. I ride Whistler Bike Park. I pretty much live in Whistler Bike Park's parking lot almost full time. So I'm there a lot, I try to get up there almost as many weekends as I can in the summer. So I had the bike set up with a 180 millimeter fork in the front and a DHX2 coil shock in the rear, and I had it kind of set up as a monster truck build at the beginning, and it was really, really good for just going fast and just putting your butt in the back seat on the bike and going as fast as you can downhill. So that's what I had it set up for originally, but I did switch to a Float X2 recently, a couple months ago, and I think that the Float X2 is definitely a better shock all around for everybody. So I really do like the X2, recommending the X2 to pretty much the average or most people that call or come into the shop. I think that it does a better job at doing everything. The DHX2 obviously has a little bit of a weight penalty. It's about 3/4 of a pound, half a pound, 3/4 of a pound heavier. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's definitely a little bit heavier. And also I think that just being able to tune how progressive your rear suspension and how progressive your shock is very important, especially with how it seems like over the past few years, everyone's really into racing and less like free ride stuff. So it seems like bikes have been getting more and more linear. So I think that for more bikes, the Float X2 being able to pack it full of volume spacers and make it more progressive, I think is going to be a better thing for most riders. So that's pretty much my bottom line. It also just feels more lively. It's more progressive, so I can make the bike a little bit more poppy. And overall, I think the bike is just more fun when I have an air shock on it. So that's kind of my 2 cents about that. In my fork, I do have obviously a shiny orange Fox 36, has the Grip 2 damper in it, and I really, really like that damper, actually. And if you'll notice, if you watch my bike check video, I said that I really like this, I really like that, I like this, I love that. I really do. I really like everything that's on my bike. I wouldn't keep riding it if I didn't like it. So it was kind of when I built this, it was kind of a trial for different brands that we were going to carry, kind of who we were going to focus on, what parts we liked, and also just kind of customer service, things like that. So it was a good feeler, and really this bike is overall the same as it was when I first built it. I did change suspension. We had a different suspension brand on there. I wasn't super excited about how it felt on the trail. I was constantly turning dials, and I just couldn't get it, I couldn't get it dialed. Kept turning dials, but I couldn't get it dialed. Funny pun. So we did end up switching that, and I also did just switch tires because I wore the first set out. But other than that, everything was great. I kind of already had a good feeling, like a gut feeling on the parts that I was going to choose to put on this bike. So for the most part, everything worked great. Really, it was just the suspension, the fork, shock, and dropper post. I wasn't super excited about that. It was a different brand that we were thinking about focusing on, but I ended up really liking the Fox better, so I ended up selling off the other parts, keeping the Fox, and that's why we've been really putting a lot of effort into Fox as a brand. They also do own Marzocchi, which is basically a Fox fork with a little bit different internals, but for the most part, it's when you're buying a Marzocchi bomber, you are buying a Fox 36 for the most part. Another thing real quick is on the Fox fork, the new air springs feel much better than the old Fox air springs. Fox for a couple years kind of had a weird thing where they were really stiff, and it was hard to reach the bottom of them, and they were pretty linear feeling, or not linear, they were like way too progressive, and I know that was a turnoff from around the 2016 era, but they have released the Evil Air Spring, and these things have been much better in terms of small bump sensitivity, and actually just overall the fork is a little bit less progressive, so the fork is extremely plush off the top of the stroke, and those are some of the keywords that you're going to hear in my videos and every mountain bike video ever. I think I need to make up a new word for plush and supple, because I don't want to overuse those, and people are going to hate me because I keep using using taglines too much. I don't want to be the tagline guy. So if anyone comes up with a new word for plush or supple to replace that word, please leave it in the comments, maybe with a hashtag. Maybe we can get that going. We can do a hashtag softy or hashtag, I don't know, something. That's for you guys to decide. Anyway, let's get back to the fork. Grip 2 damper, high and low speed compression, high and low speed rebound. I want my suspension to be as adjustable as possible. As you ride more and more and more, as you become more of an advanced rider, not only in your skills on the trail, but also with the skills with bike and skills with suspension, you're pretty much going to really be able to fine-tune how your suspension feels. So when you do upgrade to the Grip 2 damper, which you can actually also put in any other Fox 36 from 2015 up, and the Marzocchi Bomber Z1, you can also put a Grip 2 damper, and it's the same interface. So when you do get to that point and you do want that more adjustable damper, which we do have about 10 of those in stock, if any of you guys are interested in doing that, you can head over to our website. But the damper, it uses a proprietary oil that they actually designed for this damper. It's got Teflon inside of it, so it's a Teflon infused 5-weight fork oil, which is pretty cool. That is not only going to just create more small bump sensitivity, so less stiction. It's going to feel way more soft at the top of the stroke. Overall, the fork is just super responsive. Seriously, like, this might sound like a bad sentence to say, but it's in the best way possible, and I don't know how else to explain it, but it's like you're riding on a sponge. Like, this fork, compared to any other RockShox fork or any other Fox fork that I've had in the past, it feels like a sponge. It just soaks everything up on the trail, so it's super absorbent. That's a good tagline, hashtag absorbency. So if you guys like that, give me a thumbs up in the comments. That also sounds kind of gross. So either way, so those forks, I couldn't recommend them enough. Wheels, obviously, I couldn't recommend them enough. The shock is an amazing shock. It does everything very well. That's a great one shock to have that conquers all types of trails. All right, let's just get to the dropper post now. Put that guy up. So we've got the Fox transfer post. That's obviously the factory series with the Kashima coating on it. So there are two different types of the Fox transfer post. There is the Fox Transfer Performance, which has the black anodized stanchion, and then there's the factory series, which has the Kashima coating. Now, the biggest question that I ever get, and that you are probably going to ask me, is there any difference between the Kashima coating and the Performance? Now, if you do put it on a dyno, technically there might be a little bit of difference in overall stiction while everything is moving. There is also some conflicting studies or whatever, or people that say that one has less of a static stiction and more of a moving stiction, something like that. So it's kind of one of those things where it's it's up to you to decipher what you think feels better. Honestly, I have a lot of friends that have the Performance series of the suspension, and they say that it feels pretty much the exact same as their factory Kashima stuff. Obviously, I've got the factory Kashima. I think that it looks super sweet, and of course, I'm going to take any gain that I could possibly get, especially when it's not really that much more expensive. The seat post is $50 more expensive, and when you're spending $300, $50 is not a huge difference. And also with the fork, it's only about $65 or so when you do upgrade to the Kashima. All the shocks are only available in the aftermarket world in the Kashima coating, so there is no Performance Series black stanchions when you do upgrade your shock. That's only available OEM, so original equipment manufacturer, when you do buy a bike, and it already comes with that from the factory out of the box. So let's see. Another thing I really like is the 1UP EDC tool. I got that in my steer tube. I did do a video on that. It's on our YouTube channel if you want to check out all the little cool things that this tool can do. But basically, you tap and thread your steer tube and your fork, and then you basically just install their little top cap system. Then that tool always just hides with you. And a lot of people always ask me, like, hey man, is it worth like going through all this work and stuff to have this multi-tool on your bike? Okay, so the verdict from me is that yes, of course, that thing is super sweet. I didn't just pick that just to like make a video out of it. Like I bought that just because I wanted to have it. So that thing is going to make sure that your tools are actually always on your bike. You don't have to tape anything to your frame. You don't have to carry a fanny pack, which is nice. I don't mind carrying a fanny pack. I still do carry it on longer rides. Like if I go and ride Gargamel and Whistler, that's a pretty big and really hot lap. It's pretty exposed in the sun. So when we're doing things like that, long pedals, I will still carry a fanny pack. with maybe a little bit more extensive tools. Maybe just like I'll bring an extra set of tire levers and maybe a couple extra CO2s and an extra tube, especially when my friends were riding Maxxis XO tires. Then I will carry extra tubes, extra tire levers, extra CO2s, because a majority of the time, really what I'm doing is I'm not only riding my bike, but I'm also fixing my friends' flat tires when they're riding Maxxis XOs. So that's another thing. We can go check out the tires next, which are WTBs. So long story short, WTB tires are badass. I would highly recommend them to anybody in any region riding anything rough where there are sharp, pointy rocks or anything that could ever flat your tire. So long story short, again, I used to ride Maxxis tires for the longest time. They're really popular. They're all over Instagram. A lot of pros ride them, etc., etc., etc. I rode those for such a long time, except I get flats all the time. I remember one time, and if Callie is watching, she'll remember because I got very angry. I was just climbing up the road on Galbraith, our local trail system here, and punctured it on a climb. And so I got sealant spewing everywhere, and I was definitely swearing. I might have pushed my bike off the trail because the day before that, the same thing happened. So 2 days in a row, I'm just climbing, and I got a flat in my XO tire. So luckily, I think the sealant did seal it the first day, but the second day did not, and that's why I was so upset, because that was like 2 weeks I kept getting flats. So then I switched to double down tires, and then I went up to Revelstoke to ride, and I went on a vacation where we had to drive like 6 hours to get to Revelstoke. Revelstoke is my favorite place on earth to ride, so I was super pumped. We get up on the trails, we're riding Martha Creek DH, and I get a flat, and great, okay, so I get a flat. Tried to seal it. I tried to repair it with some epoxy and rubber cement. Couldn't get it repaired. And then long story short, I put another XO tire on there that I brought spare, because just in case. That one flatted out too. So I had 2 flat Maxxis XO tires in Revelstoke, which is pretty much in the middle of nowhere. So I'm kind of out at that point. So that kind of ended the trip, not very early. I could have just bought another tire or whatever. But we were like, okay, like, maybe I shouldn't be riding my bike. Like, I flatted 2 days in a row. So basically, I just thought that getting flats was kind of just part of the game. So what happened then is my next bike was a hardtail. It was a Ragley Blue Pig, and I just rode that thing how it was out of the box for a whole year. And that was my only bike for a while. I only had a hardtail for 1 season, which replaced my DH bike. And I was still riding it on all of the same downhill trails that I generally always do with my downhill bike. And something happened with that bike, and I didn't get any flats. And so I was like, okay, this is weird. I haven't got a flat in like a year. Maybe there's something to do with something. Oh, the tires are different. Wait a second. These are the WTB single ply tires. How did I not get a flat? I don't know. So anyway, I kind of was like, how did I not get a flat on a hardtail with single ply tires? Obviously, WTB tires means I didn't get any flats. So then I built this bike up, and I've had this thing for a year and a half. Never got a flat on this. So 2.5 years on WTB tires, never had a flat. Maxxis tires, I would get probably 3 flats a month, and it sucks. The worst thing about Maxxis tires, I'm sorry that I'm talking smack about Maxxis tires. I just did not have good luck, and it's not just me, but now the problem is that everyone that I ride with has the same tires. So now I'm the one stuck fixing everybody's flat. So every time I go to Whistler, I look around at the group that I'm riding with, and I see who has Maxxis XO tires, and then I'm like, I'm just warning you that if you get a flat, I might not fix your flat for you. I always fix their flat. It's just a good joke. But I always bring, so basically I look at the group that I'm riding with when we're at my van in the parking lot, and if there are 3 people with XO tires, I pack 3 tubes in my fanny pack, because I'm going to be like the dad with the crew, make sure that everyone has snacks and spare tubes and things like that. So that's kind of funny. That's like my job when we go to Whistler, which is kind of just happened, and I didn't mean for that to happen. But I like to make sure that everyone's got their things. I always like to bring extra Cliff Bars, and I'm always the guy with water and stuff like that. So yeah. So anyway, WTB tires, 2.5 years, never had a flat. We've got a couple people talking about how they are looking at doing WTB tires. So let's see. Also, I think I'm gonna get on and answer a couple questions. Sorry that the laptop's kind of out of the way. It might look kind of weird that I'm like crouching down, but anyway, let's get to some questions. So let's see. Jennifer Adlaka asked if we sell any chain guides. And real quick, I'm just gonna start dropping some links to you guys in the comments. So let's see, chain guides and bash guards. Show you these, go straight down here. So Jennifer, that link below is for you. We do sell chain guides. We carry the One Up and the Wolf Tooth. They're pretty much the same thing, honestly. We do sell way many more of the One Ups. I think that their chain guides are super dialed. I have the Wolf Tooth on there. I just keep forgetting to put them on the website. So if you are interested in the Wolf Tooth Wolf Tooth Narwolf. I always get that. I always want to call it Nartooth. If you want the Wolf Tooth Narwolf, send me an email. I can just send you an invoice for one and get that shipped out to you. But we do have the one-up ones in stock. We sell way more of those. They're pretty much the same thing. So I think that the build quality on both of them is really good. Also with the one-up ones, you get a green and a black top guide. So it's nice. It's about the same price as the Wolf Tooth, but you do get two different top guides. So let's see what else we got. Yeah. So Brad Herder asked about my saddle. So he obviously watched the video. This thing is definitely super uncomfortable. It is just too narrow for me. I apparently have childbearing hips or something. I don't know what's going on. I need a wider saddle. My butt goes sore pretty much every time that I ride. Let's bring you guys actually to the section of the video where I talk about. So here's the section of the video where I talk about basically my saddle hurts me and it is the wrong size, etc., etc. So then we grabbed a lawn chair that we found in the woods. Some trail builders put a lawn chair in the woods right by this trail that we were filming on. And so it's injection molded, very affordable. Order now! And expensive shipping. So maybe you guys don't want to order one of those, and we also don't sell them. Obviously, that was a joke, but it was funny. It was kind of fun riding this. So now we're thinking of making a video series where we put things on our bike that are have absolutely nothing to do with mountain bikes. They're like not actual real parts and things like that. And it would just be kind of fun to do a bunch of stupid, goofy things like that. So yeah, let's see. So I did drop that below, or the link to the bash guards. And in terms of the saddle, I am probably going to get the right size. It's just, there's a lot going on, and all day when I'm making orders for other people, I always forget about my own bike, so that happens quite often. Yeah, this thing has been on my bike since day one, and I've never replaced it, so I guess the key to fixing that is drop my dropper post down and only ride downhill, so maybe I'll try that, or I'll just order myself a saddle. So if anybody wants, just place an order through our website and just leave a note that this is going towards my saddle, and the money that that is left over in the sale for us to keep, I will put directly towards the saddle. So feel free to do that. Let's see. Jimmy Rodriguez asks, I'm running Renthal 35mm Apex stem, thinking about changing to Raceface Atlas 35mm. Any thoughts you may have would be great. So if you have the Renthal 35mm stem and you're thinking about going to the Raceface Atlas, I think that they're both a great stem. I think that if you're interested in getting into more like a free riding type of riding, or just riding a ton of bike park, I would highly recommend the Atlas. Like I said in the video, I've had this thing on my bike for actually like the past 3 bikes. I just keep carrying that stem and bar over because it's been great. The 6C bars have quite a bit of carbon. They're not necessarily a carbon bar that is just for weight savings. They're obviously lighter than alloy, but they are a pretty heavy-duty carbon bar. Same goes with the stem. There's quite a bit of material there. It's machined to look super nice, so it doesn't necessarily look like a brick. It looks really good, and also it backs itself up with strength. Like I've said, 3 bikes, lots and lots of Whistler, lots of my bike going tomahawking through the woods. Those things just won't give up, so I would highly recommend both of those. Those are also on our website. And again, I'm just going to drop some links to you guys, see if you guys want to pick some stuff up from us. I'm going to put a link to the Raceface Atlas stem. Those are actually on sale right now from $99.99 to $84.99, so save yourself a couple of bucks on there if you want to get one of those. Let's see. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just reading some of your comments because I always want to get to the comments as much as I can and answer as many questions as I possibly can from you guys. So, oh, someone said that this t-shirt is sweet. Thanks, Brian. I'm repping Daily MTB Rider today. I'll drop a link to his YouTube channel. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. It's hard to talk and bend down and read at the same time. So, drop a link. Josh is a great friend of the shop, and he also makes super good videos. He is killing it right now. Josh is killing it with the content creation. He's at like 55,000 subscribers, and he's only been doing it for a little over a year. The reason is because Josh is a great guy. He's super friendly. He can just pretty much pertain to anything. He could probably make a video about ketchup or mustard maybe. I think mustard's a little bit less favorable to the general public. Josh could make a video about mustard, and I think it would probably get like 300,000 videos. So Josh, if you're watching, you should probably make a video about mustard and prove me right that you are a really cool, nice guy. So anyway, let's see. So let's get to the next question. Okay, so people are saying hashtag Plupple. So that is a combination of plush and supple. Brian, you might have knocked this one out of the park saying Plupple. That's a good one. I've never thought about combining words. So, Jennifer said spongy cushy. That's a good way to say it. Yeah, spongy cushy. A bottle of bleach a day keeps the doctor away. That is an interesting name. Very creative. To answer your question, how much was my bike? It's definitely more than my car. I'll say that. Let's see. Oh, sweet. Peter got a shock today. What's up, Peter? Thanks again for making that order. Peter, hopefully you get that DPX2 on your bike ASAP. Get that thing riding. Your bike is going to feel a lot more lively and poppy, kind of more upright in its travel, and overall more lively. It should be more fun to ride in the Midwest. And I noticed that I shipped the shock out to you in Illinois. I'm actually from Illinois originally. I grew up just around, like, I don't know, 400 feet from the Chicago border. So pretty much grew up in Chicago. I grew up riding BMX bikes. So I rode 20-inch BMX bikes, pretty much just park / freestyle for most of my life. So I definitely know what it's like to ride out there. And in terms of the trails, I don't know if you ride Payless maybe, but the trails are pretty flat. So you're going to want a DPX2. It's going to be a lower volume air shock, keep you more upright in your travel. Overall, should be a lot more fun. So I'm stoked for you, Peter. And thanks again for the purchase. Let's see. More questions. Okay, so Sit and Low asks about saddle sizing a saddle. So really, it's about the size of your sit bones. So if you feel kind of on your butt cheeks, basically, there's no nice way to put this. Whatever, I'm just gonna accept it and go with it. So under your butt cheeks, you got sit bones. So the bones that you actually sit on, that's how they design saddles. Generally, saddles are designed by. It seems like it's designed by teams of doctors. They test a lot of blood flow to make sure that you don't go numb. I'm going numb on this. I go numb just looking at this. That's how used to going numb I am when riding my bike with the wrong size saddle. So anyway, they are basically measured so that you can sit on your sit bones and you're not actually sitting on the tissue and restricting blood flow. That causes all sorts of problems and it's just uncomfortable. So that's kind of how they do that. There's a little thing, it's basically a pad of foam. And in the industry, yes, this is called the assometer, and it measures your sit bones so that you get the right size saddles. So we're gonna need to get one of those in the shop sometime soon. I'd really like to pick a brand of saddle and sell one in particular. You'll actually notice if you go on our website, I think we only have Anvil saddles because that's the only saddle that I know that everyone seems to like and think is comfortable. So maybe I need to try one of those or something like that. So that's kind of how that works. Let's see. Okay, cool. Oh, sweet. Michael M has the EDC tool with the pump. That is sweet. I do not have the pump. I just do CO2s. I really like CO2s. They're really nice to just carry and just they pump up really fast. Somebody asked, does the EDC tool void warranty? I read that on some forums that it voids your Fox warranty. So it does not. Sorry. Let's start over. It does not void the warranty on your overall fork, but the 1UP EDC tool does void the warranty on your steer tube. So if you do get a creaky steer tube and you do need to send it in for warranty and they notice that it's tapped, they will not cover the CSU. Most likely Fox is going to hook it up though and offer like a maybe like a lower cost, like a crash replacement cost. just to keep the price down for you. But for overall, technically on paper, yes, it does void the warranty on your CSUs. So in terms of Fox forks over the past year or so, we have not seen, I don't think I've actually fulfilled a single warranty for a creaky CSU. A lot that was more common in the first years of the newer Pike and Lyric, it seems. Over the years, it seems like they've gotten better with whatever material or compound that they're using to epoxy the crown onto the stanchions, so it seems to be doing pretty good. I wouldn't really worry about it a whole ton, honestly. I think that having the tool always with you is worth it. So let's see. Brian Vaughn asked if the WTB tires measure true. So we did. I actually have a video that we filmed like 3 months ago for WTB tires. Just have not had time to edit it because it takes like 2 entire days of my life away to edit videos. So I'm working on getting that more efficient. But anyway, they do measure true to size. The front measures exactly 2.5. The rear measures exactly 2.4. And these are on my WeAre1 Agent rims, which have a 30mm internal width. Highly recommend it. They're a decently large volume tire. They measure true to size. I have the light casing with the high grip in the front and the tough casing with the fast rolling compound in the rear. So basically, let's go front to back. The light casing is going to be more of a single ply trail tire, whereas in the rear I have the tough casing, which is going to be more of a dual ply, pretty much a downhill tire at that point. Both casings are going to be heavier duty than, say, a Maxxis tire. So EXO tires on the Maxxis sidewalls, they are going to technically be a single ply trail tire, whereas with the WTBs, it seems like the light casing is more like a double down. It's a really stiff sidewall. It's much more supportive, so it doesn't feel like your bike's squirming underneath you, which is nice because then you can actually find your line straight through rough, rocky patches of trail, things like that. And that's what I really like about those tires. They just super supportive, no flats. They're a stiff tire. They seem to be pretty dang easy to put on any rim and also set up tubeless. So I really do like that. They've been overall just amazing to me. I don't think I'm going to get off a WTB unless some company sends me tires and then also pays me like $1,000 to run them for a couple months, because there's nothing that I have found wrong with WTB tires. And I'm sorry for the rant on their tires, but anyway, tires are really important. Getting flats sucks. There's nothing slower than getting a flat tire. So anything that everyone can do to minimize that is pretty amazing. So I'm going to go on here. I'm going to send you guys, drop a link to our website right here, and then that is going to be the link to all the WTB tires on our website. Highly recommend it. There was one other thing that I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, so whenever we shuttle, and we shuttle a lot around here in Bellingham, it's really interesting. One thing that I've noticed with the WTB tires compared to, say, something like the Maxxis is whenever we have a shuttle day on a really rainy day, which is very common around here, it's pretty muddy all the time, when our bikes are in the back of the shuttle truck, most people have a Minion DHF 2.5 wide trail on their bike. That's just a pretty standard, very common tire. So when you do look at something like that in the back of the truck compared to the Vigilante, the Maxxis Minion DHF is always super packed full of mud, whereas the Vigilante has no mud in it. So me and my friend, who I just got on WTB tires recently, we noticed that our tires were the only ones in the back of the truck that were not fully packed with mud. Same goes in the rear. The Judge is basically a very beefy DHR2. It's got a very similar design, obviously. It's a pretty tried and true design, pretty paddly in the center, big fat lug type knobs on the outside of the tire. Work really well, shed mud really good. It's overall just great. In terms of the compound, the high grip is going to be like a 3C type of Maxxis, or compared to Maxxis, it's going to be very much like their 3C Max Grip. So it's just a softer rubber compound in the front, which technically will wear down faster. That's why I like to run the fast rolling in the rear. So when you're skidding around, locking up your rear brake and just having fun on the trail, then your rear tire is going to last longer than your front, or if you had a high grip compound in the rear. So I always run pretty much the grippy compound of any tire in the front, and a faster rolling, harder compound in the rear lasts longer, and also it's easier to initiate a drift. But if you ride in a very rocky, like rock slabby area, and you get a lot of rain in the winter, and you do a lot of riding in that type of situation, then I'd probably get the more grip in the front and the rear. Hey, Dusty's here to join us. What's up, buddy? All right, here's Dusty, everybody. Hi, guys. Do you have anything to say? You didn't say anything on screen last time. Nothing? Okay, Dusty's a little camera shy. We got to get her practiced on the camera. I'm getting better at it, so Dusty's got to get better at it too. But yeah, look at everybody. Wave at everybody. Hi. Dusty had a great time yesterday on the trails. She chased. We haven't gone on a bike ride in a while. Like I said, it's been like 2 months since I've ridden a bike. That means it's been about 2 months since Dusty's ridden a bike. And yesterday when I pulled my bike down from the rack in the back, she freaked out. And I just turned around and she was staring at me like this. Like breathing really heavy. So she was super pumped. So yesterday was a great day for both me and Dusty. I got to ride. Dusty not only chased me on my bike, but I just kept looking around and she was just like chasing everybody on the bike as we were sessioning this hillside. And so that was really fun. She was super pumped. It was a good time. Let's see. Yeah, so a couple people said that they've never gotten a flat on an EXO tire. And then someone said, I've never ridden Whistler either. Maybe that's my problem. So yes, you need to get to Whistler. Whistler is the place to be. I would highly recommend going to Whistler over pretty much any other activity in life. So let's see. Schwalbe Super Gravity. I have not ridden those, but I did want to try that. Someone asked, what does EXO mean? EXO is the sidewall, the type of sidewall that is on the single ply. It's Maxxis's type of single ply sidewall on their tire. So they go EXO and then now EXO Plus and then double down and then DH. So EXO is going to be single ply. It's kind of squirmy. It's really thin sidewall, but it is really light. So if you do want to pedal up the hill pretty easy and want a tire that's light and just spins up quick, the EXO tire is actually a pretty good tire. I don't think that like Maxxis tires like absolutely are the worst thing in the world or anything. Just I prefer a little bit more of a burly tire that lasts longer in terms of not getting flats and things like that. So that's what I tend to enjoy in a tire for my mountain bikes. Let's see. So yeah, get her on MTB. Definitely check out WTB tires. There's a reason why you've been hearing really good things about them. They're supportive, don't get flats. Now I've been talking about WTB tires pretty much the whole time. So let's see. Let's see. Sitting Low said he's got to look for my group because I'm the dad of the crew. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, one more a big question from, we got 2 questions here real quick, and then we're going to on basically getting some things, do some giveaways, and also look at the other things. So here's 2 quick questions. We got 57 people watching right now, which is pretty good for Monday night. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend again, and hopefully you guys have some big plans for next weekend looking forward to. So let's ask, I don't even like saying this guy's name. This dude's name or gal, this user's name is a bottle of bleach a day keeps the doctor away. So just, I don't know whether to applause or be disgusted for that name, but I think that's probably what you were going for when you got that username. So anyway, he said, have just been buying a frame and putting the components of the old on that bike, or buy a new or used bike. So man, there's so many factors. I cannot even answer that question. If you're in a pickle like that, I would honestly recommend kind of writing a little list. What do you want? How much do you want to spend? Do you really want new stuff? Is your old stuff getting kind of clapped out? Things like that. How many things need service? Things like that. So if your old parts are getting kind of beat up, then I would definitely recommend looking into new things. So it also really depends also on, it depends on if you care about having super nice things. There's a lot of people that are very, very happy with riding clapped out bikes, having clapped out components, having a fork that clicks and clacks, having their bearings have a little bit of play in the back. Some people just don't care. Personally, I want my bike to just feel really nice. It's the main thing that I look forward to in life. I really want to make sure that everything feels super buttery smooth. I want to make sure that everything just feels great and is super reactive and responsive when I'm riding. I just don't want to have to deal with problems. So that's kind of my outlook on riding bikes. And there's a lot of people that want to do that. It's bikes is kind of the thing that is just supposed to be fun all the time. So when you kind of get into the situation where things start blowing up on you and needing a lot of service over and over again, then it's just kind of a hassle, pain in the butt. So if you are looking for a used bike, that's pretty much the reason why most people sell their old bikes, or sometimes within a year, just because things get to the point where they need to be serviced and they don't want to service it anymore. So that happens quite a bit. So that's generally why people sell their bikes. Ian Davey asked if we plan on doing any sales on ODI Elite Pro motion grips soon. I really need some new ones, and I'm trying to find some on sale. Thanks, homie. Ian, the ODI grips are only $28.95, and then shipping is going to be like $2 or something like that. So if you guys want a set of these, then just order them on the website here. What I'll do real quick, since we are going to do a giveaway on the ODI Elite Pro grips, I'm going to drop a link in the store. So if you miss out on the giveaway for the grips, then you could go on the store and you're going to be able to order some up and just make it easy. So anyway, I'm going to drop a link in the comments right there, and there you go. So link to the grips, and if you don't know about those grips, again, I did talk about we were going to do a giveaway with these. Getting thirsty. I talk too much, especially when there's no one else talking back to me. Then I'm just talking the entire time. It's really hard to talk into a lens, by the way, but I know that there's a bunch of people getting filtered through this cord and through the internet. So, I know that I'm talking to people. So anyway, ODI Elite Pro grips, it's got a cushion on top where the kind of concave part of your palm goes, so there's not like that dead spot, and then that way you don't have just a grip resting right here. So I don't know, I think it's super comfy, especially when you're riding super rough stuff, and then it's got the waffle pattern on the bottom. Anyway, these have been probably the best grips that I've used in the past few years. I recommend them to pretty much everyone that walks in the shop and calls when they're doing a new bike build or when they just need some new rubber on their handlebars. So anyway, we are going to be doing a giveaway of that really soon. Let's try to make our way through these questions real quick. Let's see. So, my thoughts on Renthal Apex 35 versus Atlas. Okay, so I did answer that question for Jimmy. Oh, sweet. MTB Go just said thanks for the Fox Fork Seal Tool. Received it the other day. Sweet. You know what's really cool is doing this live stream. I get to see everybody here after I ship them parts and things like that. So it's really cool. It's not only nice, obviously, just being in the position where, you know, I'm a business owner and things like that, and I can ride bikes and just have fun with bikes all day. But also, it's really cool because then I get to kind of build a little bit of a community. So it's pretty sweet. I don't know. It's cool. It's very humbling. I'm super happy with how everything is going. And it's just nice knowing that we can support ourselves and also help you guys get not only the best parts, we try to do the best pricing that we possibly can. We also try to ship everything out as quick as we possibly can. We really just try our best across the board. So thank you guys so much for also just being great customers and great fans of our YouTube channel and videos. So again, and I don't really ever want to be all salesy, but if you guys really do enjoy our videos and you enjoy what we're doing here at the shop, you think that we are having fun and you have fun watching us have fun, please go to our web store, and there's t-shirts and boxes. I won't go grab them, but order up some merch. Anyway, just you know, show us a little bit of love. It takes a lot of work to do what we do, and so we want to make sure that you guys are looking good in some fresh merch. Also, if you want to buy your bike parts from us, then we would be very, very happy with that. So thank you guys very much. Okay, anyway, back to that and the rant. I just got a super chat for $5. I think that's from Trail Features. Yeah. Thanks, man. Some biscuits for Dusty. Dusty is going to have to get the little, like, chewy things. He really likes these little peanut butter chews. She doesn't really like crunchy things for some reason. I don't know why. I've never seen a dog that won't eat a crunchy treat. Anyway. Let's see. Let's see. What was the biggest jump or drop you've sent on your bike? The biggest jump or drop that I've ever sent on my bike was, let's see. Probably, I think the biggest is the crabapple hits. It's about 60 feet. Those are in Whistler Bike Park. Those are the biggest ones that I've ever hit. They're super fun though. They're really easy to you just jump into them, and as long as you hit the first jump, then your speed pretty much just flows right into the second one. I'd highly recommend going to Whistler Bike Park if you have not. So anyway, Brian Vaughn said that he was looking. I'm going to answer this question real quick. I was looking to try the Trail Boss 2.6 in front and 2.4 in the rear. So the Trail Boss is technically going to be a better tire in the rear. That's what I ran all summer last year in the rear, other than I did ride the Riddler, which is a semi-slick very, very briefly when it got really dry. I think that, honestly, the perfect setup would be the Vigilante in the front, Trail Boss rear, but if you do ride somewhere where it's super dry and dusty, then the Trail Boss 2.6 in the front and the 2.4 in the rear would actually be a pretty good setup. I think that you should order them and then let me know how that goes, because I think that would be a very good thing. Oh, and by the way, if you guys ever order anything from the website and you want me to know either how much you like it or if you don't like it, then please do that. I want to make sure that we have feedback on everything, make sure that we are selling products that people are all happy with. So definitely feel free to do that. So let's see. Cool wall. Workhorse MTB likes our wall. Thanks. We built the wall, except we paid for it ourselves. We didn't try to petition for it or whatever. So anyway, let's see. Okay. Yeah, if I win some grips, anybody can have them. I need me some grips. Okay, anyway. Okay. Let's get to a giveaway. Let's give away some grips. Okay, so here's what we're giving away. We've got some ODI Elite Pro grips. We've got different colors. We've got orange. We've got orange. We've got green. We got classic black. We've got some grays, and we got some blue. It's probably looks more like a baby blue, but it's a little bit of a darker blue. Anyway, so we got a couple sets of grips to give away. So I'm gonna let you guys pick which color you want as well, so it doesn't really matter which one you win. I'm basically just gonna hold a bunch up, and then you guys can kind of pick from that. Okay, so what are we gonna do to win this? So, okay, who watched the video yesterday? We're gonna do something. We are going to say, I'm going to basically just pull this question out of my ear real quick. And so if you watched the video yesterday, then you are definitely going to know the answer to this question. And also if you watched The Simpsons, you notice that I really like The Simpsons. I use a lot of Simpsons references in my videos. So when I said yesterday that I used to have the 1UP Components composite pedals, I then said that I don't have those anymore because my feet were too small. And then I inserted a clip of what character saying, ha ha, what character from The Simpsons says, ha ha, all the time, and he was in the video yesterday. So, let's get to it. Who knows that character's name? You don't even have to spell it right. If you know the guy's name, then you will get a pair of free grips. So, anybody who's got it. I'm going to also load up the video so we can go. So this guy right here. You'll see it in a second. Oh, I skipped it. This guy. Who knows this guy's name from The Simpsons? Who knows it? Nelson! Sweet. Okay, Red Rooster 701. Red Rooster 701, you won a pair of grips, so you just have to email me to let me know exactly which color you want. And so I'm going to send you, I'm going to drop a line, I'm going to drop our email, and we already got somebody that won. It was Nelson. The name was Nelson from The Simpsons, so Red Rooster 701 won a pair of grips. So let me know which color you want. If you want orange, black, green, blue, or gray. So they are yours for the taking. Don't worry though, we've got a lot of grips in stock. So I'm going to give out another pair. Probably, let's just do it right now. Let's just get all the giveaways out of the way right now. So we've got 51 people watching. That means 51 people are capable of winning a set of grips right now. So let's go back to another, oops, I think I had the wrong camera on the whole time. My bad. Let's go to my video. I'm going to pull out one more reference and see what you guys think. Okay, let's go back to my video. Let's see what we can do though. So I'm going to do one more thing, and we're going to ask one more question. And this time it's about my shift lever, and I'm going to ask you guys a question about why I chose the shift lever that I use. Just trying to find it in the video. Where's that? Okay, anyway, let's get there, right there. Okay, so, okay guys, so I have an X01 Eagle Group set on my bike. The cranks, I've got cranks, derailleur, cassette. I have an XX1 Eagle chain because it's black and it looks cool. But why did I choose an XX1 shifter instead of an X01? So you guys have to be the verdict of that. Why did I choose to do XX1 instead of X01? Okay, sweet, somebody get it. Okay, gaming goods, because I like the carbon feel because I'm a sucker for carbon shifters. So gaming goods, oh man, So Gaming Goods, you won a free set of grips. So you are just going to have to send me an email and say which pair of grips that you want, and or which color grips that you want, and we'll send you some free grips. So another thing that I'm going to do real quick, if anybody wants some grips and they missed out on the giveaway, here's a code. Just use the code SHIPFREE. That one, it generally kind of goes away, and it's only applicable on Monday nights when you guys watch the live stream. So if you guys need anything that's under $100, like a pair of the ODI Elite Pro grips, then you can just go on the website, order up a set. These are $28.95, and then you can use the code SHIPFREE, get free shipping. And so I only planned on giving 2 sets of grips out. So we're going to stick to the 2 set of grip thing, but let's give away a sticker pack. I'd like to at least get you guys some stickers as well, because the new stickers are sweet. And then I want you guys to stick the skull sticker to something and then tag us on Instagram at RideLost, and then we are going to be able to see that you guys are stoking the stickers. So let's give away a sticker pack now. Let's go to one other thing, reference in my video, and see what you guys think, and then you guys can win a sticker pack, and then we will also talk about a couple last things, answer some questions for you guys. Let's see. Okay, who knows the brand of fender that I use? If you watch the video, you'll know. So say the name of the Fender brand that I use, that we support here locally in Bellingham, and you'll win a free sticker pack. And we'll ship that out to you tomorrow. And make you all happy. You can stick it to things. They're compatible with sticking on walls, refrigerators, laptops, bicycles. I can't say that it'll stick to your skin or to a dog very good, but anyway, they are compatible with sticking on many things. And they're on sale from $6,000 to $5. So anyway, okay. So if you guys want to win a free sticker pack, then you are going to just tell me what brand that we use, and it's, yep, okay. Ride B-Side won a sticker pack. Ride B-Side. Send me an email and let me know your shipping address, and I will ship you a sticker pack for free. So anyway, yeah. So and Ian Davey. Send me a message. Just send me an email. I want to ship you a set of, or just a sticker pack. Why not? You have been participating in all the videos and all the giveaways. So anyway, Ian Davey, you guys both got a, yeah, Ian, you're right. Groundkeeper Fenders is correct. So yeah, so we're gonna, I don't know, if you guys have never seen Groundkeeper Fenders, you have to go on the website right now and check them out because they're sweet. So Groundkeeper is a company that is local to Bellingham. It's actually owned by my friends Tony and Keely. They're both graphic designers. Tony is actually a custom painter. If you look on Instagram, it's at MadeRadByTony, or RadByTony. I'll actually drop a link to Tony's Instagram, and then you guys can kind of see. You guys can then see his work. He does a bunch of really cool paint. He custom paints frames. Sorry, it's hard to type at the same time of all that stuff. So go check out Tony's Instagram. Give him a follow. He does some seriously badass paint jobs. He actually painted Ken Block's downhill bike. He paints a whole bunch of stuff for a lot of enduro teams. I know that he just did a bunch of helmets for the Smith team. I think that Rocky Mountain wears those, things like that. He's extremely incredible with painting. I'm like the least artsy person ever, and so he just blows my mind. But him and his girlfriend Keely both own Groundkeeper Fenders. They've got a whole bunch of different designs. So go to our website. Seriously, just go and go check those fenders out. They're really cool. A lot of fenders they have weird logos on them and they look kind of cool or whatever, but Groundkeeper actually looks nice. They're also laminated so they don't get like all scratched up and beat up. So I really like those. They're cool. And you can like seriously pimp out your bike and get everything super bling bling and matchy matchy. So and also they're again another local small business. I'm sorry, it's getting late and I'm stumbling over my words. Local small business. They really take the time to do what they do very well, and they do a very good job at doing that very well. So definitely go check them out. Give them some love. So let's see. Is there anything that we didn't get to? I know that one person wanted me to answer their question. I did see that question. It's basically a really long answer. Let's see. And Get Around MTB just said, I'll just buy the damn grips. I might have to buy. Sometimes you got to buy the things, but I try my best to hook everybody up. So somebody asked, could I please answer their question? Upside Down asked how I learned to service suspension, and basically he wants to open a bike shop in his hometown. Honestly, to service suspension, really all you got to do is just, geez, I don't know. You got to spend a lot of time with it. I just realized that I really have to pee, so I'm going to unplug real quick, and I'm going to play you guys some clip from my video because I got to use the bathroom real quick. So here, I'm going to actually just take off real quick and use the bathroom.
So they are uncut at the moment. The stem is a race face Atlas. It's 35 millimeters long, and of course it is a 35 millimeter diameter for the 6C bars. And I've had this stem actually on my past 3 bikes, and it's just been all over the place with me, and it's been the most reliable stem that I've ever used. For a shifter, I have a SRAM XX1 Eagle, and I chose to do a XX1 shifter rather than the XO1 just because it's got a carbon shift lever, and I'm kind of a sucker for carbon shift levers. They just feel really nice. For a dropper post remote, I have the Wolf Tooth Remote Light Action, which is integrated into my SRAM Matchmaker brake mount. I would highly recommend the Wolf Tooth Remote for anyone using a dropper post. It feels just like a shifter, so it makes your cockpit feel really...
Okay, I'm back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Quick intermission. I really had to go to the bathroom. I've been drinking a lot of sparkling water all day. So anyway... So while I was out there using the bathroom, I also grabbed the Groundkeeper Fenders, and I just wanted to show these things to you guys because I talked about them for a while, so I figured I'd show you. So these are kind of the designs that they use. They have a bunch of really cool designs, and this is all designed in-house by Keely, and she does a majority of all the designing in-house. I believe she does almost all of it. So anyway, we've got like this guy's a pizza, pepperoni pizza. We've got this one. It's like a tropical fern design with some sweet like tropical flowers in it with stripes over it. And then this one is a marijuana plant. This guy is one that I really like. This is a collaboration with somebody. I can't remember the artist's name, but it's just got a bunch of little drawings on it. This one is, so these are both LaCrud, so it's like LaCroix, except it is, instead of LaCroix, it's LaCrud to keep the crud out of your face. So we've got a lime, and then we've got like the pamplemousse one. This one's a galaxy design, looks really cool. That matches a lot of bikes that are like black and dark blue. Then we've got a donut sprinkle one. That one's really cool. And then we've got this guy. It's kind of like a retro 80s one, and the backside's yellow, so it looks really cool on like a really colorful bike. This is probably my favorite. This is the Fern Gully one. It's just got a bunch of ferns on it with kind of like a diamond pattern. That's very Pacific Northwest for sure. Then we've got this guy, which is kind of like an 80s, what are those like white solo, or not white solo, like white styrofoam cups. That one's really cool if you want to get a little vintage. And this one is the Cascadia flag. Cascadia is like a thing that a group of people got together and tried to like make British Columbia, Oregon, and Washington all one state. So that's like the Cascadia flag. Apparently that never worked, but the flag is really cool nonetheless. So anyway, we got a couple people. So someone wants to make, okay, people want me to make a beanie that we sell with like the Losco logo on it that also has hair coming out of it. So I don't know how to actually order that. So if you guys find a supplier, then I might look into ordering those. Let's see. Where's the lawn chair? I don't have the lawn chair. The lawn chair is out in the woods still. That is a lawn chair that's on a trail that we filmed on, obviously. And so a lot of people will kind of hang out at that spot and just kind of kick it there when they're in the middle of building. So I left it there. So someone asked if I could make a Fox X2 video, how to dial it up like the Grip 2 Fox you made. So that's like, I think on top of our list of things that we've had requested is a Fox X2/DHX2 setup video, just like the Grip 2 video. Honestly, all of the same things up from the Grip 2 video, all the setup procedures apply the exact same to a Float X2 and a DHX2. It's literally the exact same. So we will eventually make another video for the Float X2 and DHX2 and probably the DPX2 as well. So, but seriously, until we have then, it's the same procedure from the fork applies to the back. Yeah, let's see. Oh, someone says the sound is all the way down. Uh-oh, that's not good. Uh-oh, why is the sound down? It says that the sound is on. Uh-oh. Oh, it's okay. I think the sound is back on now. Someone asked if I washed my hands. Heck no, I did not wash my hands. I went to the bathroom and got the heck back in here. Anyway, Giovanni Ramirez wants the pizza fender. Giovanni, if you want to order that, follow the link. I'm going to drop it right here. We'll ship that bad boy out. So cool. So the pizza fender is on there. Let's see. Are you making any more Ride Gnarly tees or hoodies? Okay, everybody, we got 44 people watching. Please just send me a yes or no. Do you guys like the Live Gnarly apparel and the Live Gnarly slogan in general? And should we continue to use it on future apparel and merchandise? Yes or no? Please, that would help out a ton. Anyway, let's see. Okay. Cool. Is there bike build videos coming in the future? Bike build videos, what kind of videos do you want? Like us building a complete bike from start to finish or what? We can pretty much record anything. Cool. Okay, sweet. Cool. Anyway, yeah, so we got CR Rory said meh. So, hell yeah. We got a hell yeah. We got a yes. Oh, Cascade Racing. Hey, Russ. Hi, Russ. Russ is our head mechanic / service manager / shop manager. He actually owns Cascade Racing Designs, and they make carbon bars, carbon wheels, and he's coming out with stems soon. I'm going to drop a link to his website so you guys can go check that out. And show Russ a little bit of love, flood his website with some traffic. So, and also, if you notice, the rider on the main page of the Cascade Racing Designs website is actually Jason, who is our sales guy. So, yeah, so we got kind of like a tight-knit crew here where we all work together in the shop and help each other with those things. And then we also kind of help each other with Russ's brand, Cascade Racing Designs. So it's a sweet little team that we've got together that we've kind of assembled here recently. So everything has just been super great with kind of the way that everything is going, and we're just super pumped on how well we work together. MTB Go just asked, how is the new mechanic working out? Russ is a badass. He fixes everything, and he also just makes up for any slack in the shop. So it's really nice having somebody not only to be there as a mechanic, but also someone that is extremely knowledgeable and really knows what they're talking about. So Russ is also great on the phone. He has awesome answers and very good ways to explain technical things without being too like jargony, so that you can't so that you have to transcribe his technical mumbo jumbo. He just puts things really simply. He's just a great mechanic all around. He's been working on bikes for like 22 years or something. I need to actually get his actual history down because I know that he's worked on bikes for a super long time, but I don't know the exact number of years that he has been doing it. But it's a long time. So, and I've been doing it like 12 years, and he's almost at the double point of me. So we've got, it's pretty cool. I think right now between Callie, Jason, and Russ, I believe we have about, so we got 4 people, and we probably have about 50 years of experience, something like that, like 44 years of experience between the 4 of us. So that's pretty sweet. So we're just a super knowledgeable, small local bike shop. Obviously, we definitely want to go above and beyond that. We'd like to sell lots and lots of things all over the world, which we have been doing a great job of lately. So any parts that you guys need, or any of your friends need anything, please recommend them to us so that we can keep doing the things that we're doing, because we have fun doing the things that we're doing. So definitely, yeah, give us some leads. Send people our way, send people to our website, send people to our videos, all that jazz, send people to our store. So if you are actually watching locally in Bellingham, we actually have a service discount going on right now. So if you bring your bike in for service and you purchase a tune-up between now and the end of the month, you will get 15% off of any parts that you want to either upgrade to or any parts that you need replaced on your bike. So that's a pretty good deal. I would definitely recommend getting into the shop, 15% off of parts that you need. So yeah, get that before the end of the month. That does not, and yes, we are going to basically get, but we're basically going to get a bunch of questions asking if that applies to our website. No, it does not. You do have to purchase a tune-up. You have to get into the shop. So this is going to mainly apply to local customers right now. But next month, we're going to push a little bit more towards the online stuff. So we are going to have a service special next month with our new mail order suspension service. So all you guys are actually going to be able to send your forks, shocks, and dropper posts. And heck, you can even send your whole bike to us if you want to replace linkage bearings or bottom brackets, anything you want to do. If you just need like a ton of work done, you can send your bike to us. You can send any of your suspension done. We will do all that in-house. Russ will be more than happy to sort you out and get you all figured out so that your broken things are then fixed. And I would be happy to have you as a customer, not only buying parts from us, but also we'd like to get your parts in here physically so we can get hands-on with your bike parts, make sure that we fix it, do a good job, get it back out to you. And we want to be the ones responsible for not only, selling you things, but we want to be able to also be the people that are responsible for keeping you on the trails with the things you already have. So I think that that is going to be pretty swell, and we are pretty stoked to announce all that stuff. So let's see. Giovanni Ramirez asked if we will be having any group rides anytime soon. We have a lot of requests for group rides. We definitely need to start getting on that. The only problem with group rides is that it's only really going to come on weekends, especially in the winter. But now that the sun is out longer, the trails are thawing out, then we should be able to start maybe getting some group rides maybe once a week on weekdays, hopefully. Like after the shop closes, maybe go out at about 6:30, meet up at the south side Galloway lot or north side, do an SST lap, something like that. So we're not exactly sure, but we definitely want to start doing that. Let's see. Get around MTB asks if I use baby socks for my feet because they're tiny. I do have adult size socks. My feet aren't that small, but the one up, well, I guess my riding shoes are a size 7.5, but I wear like a 9 or an 8.5 normally. Anyway, it's just funny because the one up pedals are so big, so like the pedal platform is like say that wide, but my foot was only on that much of it, so I wasn't actually using the outside layer of the pins. So I was only using about 3/4 of the pedal, so my foot was not really grabby, or it was not really gripped onto the pedal, so I always think that was funny. So I had to get smaller pedals. That's why I went with the Race Face Atlas. They have a smaller platform, and I'm actually going to be switching soon. I'm going to be going with another local brand. I would like to keep as many things local to Bellingham as I possibly can. Other local brand, which is called Tenet Components, owned by our good friend Tyler. Total shredder, very good rider. He grew up riding BMX just like me, so we both have very similar backgrounds. And I'm going to drop a link to his website as well, just because we are going to bring those in there, in here to the shop. They're also going to be on our website this week, and we're going to basically just kind of push that brand because local makes great things. You can also, once you and basically once you order a set of pedals, you can then actually send them back to him, and for free he will just basically rebuild your pedal real quick for you and send them back. So he kind of has this philosophy where not only does he want to just make bike parts, but he also really wants to take care of the people on his product. So I think that the head on his shoulders in terms of what he's trying to do as a brand is very similar to what we're trying to do as a brand. I want to make sure that we don't just sell things to sell things. I want to be there to offer customer service and support for the entire time that you own anything that you buy from us. And it's funny because we don't actually make any of these parts. All we're doing is we're just making sure that you get the right parts that somebody else made. So I think that it's really cool that Tyler is taking it upon himself to also make the parts. So overall, everything that he does as a small business and a rider-owned component company, I think is really awesome. So anytime that I say that sentence, then we're going to bring that brand in and we're going to sell them. So it's going to be really great. Cascade Racing Design rims design here in Bellingham, and then Tenet Components, he does bars, stems, and pedals, and then also for fenders, groundkeeper fenders, things like that. We're also going to get fanny packs, some hip packs made with our branding on it soon, and those are going to be from High Above, another Bellingham local company, and we are pretty excited about that. It's going to look great, etc., etc. So, so let's see. Are we coming to the Sea Otter? We think we're going to go to Sea Otter. We think that we are going to, but it's going to get a little bit hectic out here. Russ and Jason are going to go on a trip to, Jason's going to Utah, and Russ is going to the Baja or something to ride dirt bikes. So they're both going to have a great time, but me and Callie are going to be left here stranded with Dusty. Dusty's going to be pissed because we're going to be really busy. Might not be able to get on the trails as much as we'd hope, but we're just going to get basically as much work as we can done while they're gone, and just keep sane. So anyway, Joseph asked, somebody asked if Callie is a mechanic. Callie is a mechanic. Callie is actually UBI certified. UBI is United Bicycle Institute down in Portland. I think there's one in Colorado as well. And so she is a certified mechanic. She seriously knows her stuff. So if you're ever in the shop or call or comment on any of the videos that Callie is in, Callie seriously knows what's up. A lot of people... this is a kind of a problem that is unfortunate in the industry, is a lot of people assume that since Callie is female, since Callie is a girl, that she doesn't know what she's talking about. So a lot of people will then ask to talk to me, Russ, or Jason, which is a bummer because Callie seriously knows a lot about bikes. So if you have any questions that you would rather have an answer from a female, so if you are a female yourself, or if your wife wants to ever, wife or girlfriend, I know that a lot of our customers are male. Let's just look at, I think about 90% of our demographic is male. If your wife or girlfriend or a friend of yours that is a girl wants to ask in-depth questions about bikes, but they want to get it from a female perspective, please feel free to hit up Callie. Give us a call at the shop. You can also email her, callie@thelostco.com, and she is going to be more than happy to help you out. She knows her stuff when she talks about bikes. So, yeah, definitely keep that in mind. Russ did say also that he's been a mechanic for 23 years. So 23 years. That's just about double of what I've been working on bikes. So that is pretty crazy. And then also someone asked if Russ is going to be in the YouTube videos. Yeah, so we are going to start incorporating much more of everybody else. I did a majority of the videos since we started the YouTube channel just because I kind of took it on as my own project, and also Russ and Jason did not work here at that point. So I pretty much just stuck my face in the editing and filming hole in the ground, and I just pumped out a bunch of content. Most of it was just me, just because that was, like I said, my kind of project to see how it was going to go. I kind of had a lot of videos, and I just kind of took it upon myself to get that done. So let's see. What do I think about the Marzocchi Bomber Z1? Let's see. So I have a Z1 that was sitting over here on the table. I think that this is probably the best bang for your buck fork on the market. No, I don't probably think. I think that this is the best bang for your buck fork on the market. It is basically a Fox 36. It uses the same technology in the air spring, and it has the same 36 chassis as the Fox 36 forks. Basically the same fork as you see on my bike right here. The only difference is that the lowers are machined a little bit less, so these technically are a little bit more stiff and a little bit more burly lowers, so if you do a lot of big stuff, the Bomber Z1 might be a better choice for you over the Fox 36. Now the main thing that keeps the price down on the Bomber is that it has a more basic damper inside of it, so it's just got the regular grip damper, whereas the Fox 36 high-end fork has the Grip 2, which has high and low speed compression, high and low speed rebound, whereas the grip damper, the basic grip damper that's in the Marzocchi Bomber Z1, just has one rebound circuit and one compression circuit. So it's basically just got an open or closed mode and then just one rebound circuit on the bottom of the fork. So it's not super extremely adjustable. However, it is a lot easier to set up. So if you're one of those people that doesn't really want to have too many adjustments to make your fork feel bad, then the Bomber Z1 is probably going to be the fork that is going to be best for you. You might have the best time on the trails when you have the least amount of adjustments. So definitely think about that when considering a fork. So yeah, I think the overall, in a nutshell, I believe that the Bomber Z1 from Marzocchi is the best bang for your buck fork on the market. Boom. There you go. How about that? So anyway, someone asked me if I painted my bike. No, I did not paint it, but so generally, or the frames from the factory actually have this part right here, this part right here, and this part right here. It's like a highlight, or it's like a highlighter yellow green, and so I actually just basically vinyled it. I put black vinyl over those parts to make it all black. I do have to plug in my laptop, so I'm really sorry if you guys start getting a buzz from the feedback on the microphone, but I do have to plug my laptop in. So anyway, yeah, so I covered that with black vinyl. I just wanted it to be black on black on black. I think my next bike is actually going to be teal, like we talked about last time. We are basically in the works of becoming a dealer for Revel bikes, and we are going to carry their frames and their complete bikes, try to get some demo bikes as well. I will drop a link to their website. If you guys have not seen Revel bikes, go check it out. They're a Colorado brand. They're from Carbondale, Colorado. They actually started by one of the founders of Envy, so they only make carbon bikes. They're really focusing on making carbon bikes, and I think that their bikes not only look extremely good, but they're going to ride great. They use the same suspension design as Canfield Designs, which is called CBF, which is called the Canfield Balance Formula. So I think that overall the bike, we looked at the, we kind of looked at like how the kinematics of the bike are going to ride, and it should basically be very similar to my bike in terms of how progressive it is, but it should pedal better. It should pedal up the hill better. This bike doesn't pedal like the best. It doesn't pedal bad at all. It actually pedals really good, but it could be a little bit better. So I think that the Revel is going to be great. That bike I'm probably going to get in teal, the teal rail frame. So, so I think that that is going to be the frame that I go with next. So I might be selling the NS frame and swapping a majority of my parts over to a Revel rail frame, which is very similar, 165 in the back. It's going to have a 170 up front. Should be a great fork, or should be a great bike for pretty much everything that I do. Ooh, how many words have I said tonight? Is anybody counting how many words I've said tonight? It's getting up there. I can tell by how thirsty I am. So anyway, let's see. Someone says, greetings from Pennsylvania. Hi, Kenny. Hi, I'm in Washington. Here, I'm gonna face west, or east, and I'm gonna wave. Hi. Anyway, if you wave back, I'll know. So let's see. Michael M asks, do you sell complete bikes right now? We do not sell complete full suspension bikes right now, so we're in the middle of, that's what we're kind of doing. We haven't found a full suspension brand that is really on board with exactly what we're trying to do with both online sales and local stuff with demo bikes and all that stuff and the media thing. So Revel Bikes is on board, so we have not finalized everything yet, but it does look like everything is going to be good to go here within the next few days. So I did want to, again, bring that up real quick. So if anyone is interested in purchasing a new full suspension frame for a custom bike build, or purchasing a complete full suspension bike, then we are going to be carrying Revel soon. So definitely take a peek at the website. I dropped the link in the comments. And so yeah, definitely go check that out. So let's see. So I've been on for quite some time now. It's been about an hour and 23 minutes. There's a little bit of sunlight left in the day. I might go head out right now, and I need to do a couple little things like go do some laundry and stuff like that. I obviously wore all of my Lost Coast shirts, and I'm not wearing one tonight, so I'm supporting Daily MTB Rider. Thanks, Josh, for the shirt. It was actually funny, by the way. Josh came to the shop today, and then we both looked at each other, and we noticed that we had each other's shirts on, and he goes, "Nice shirt, Mike." And I was like, "Nice shirt, Josh." So that was pretty funny. A little standstill. So yeah, anyway, I think I am going to be clocking off right now for the night. So guys, thank you so much for coming. We had a very steady stream of people watching the live stream tonight. Thanks again for watching the video with my bike check that I posted yesterday. And if you did not watch it, here's what I'm going to do real quick. I'm just going to drop a link in the comments so you guys can go check it out. Show it some love. Show the video some love. Go check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Would you change anything about my bike? Would you change suspension? Would you change grips? Would you change bars? Would you change? Would you not have a water bottle on it? Would you change where the tube is? Would you get different colors of things? Let me know in the comments. I really like hearing from you guys, and it's always nice to see what you guys have to say. And even if you want to say something mean, hey, it's YouTube. Anything goes. If you want to say that I look stupid, go ahead and do it. If you guys want to say that my feet are too small and I'm not a real man, go for it. I don't really care. Go do whatever you want. But if you are saying it sarcastically, then leave like a little funny like emoji smiley face or something, just so I don't take things too hard. But anyway, go to the video, leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Anyway, if you guys won something, shoot me an email, info@thelostco.com or mike@thelostco.com. Let me know what color you wanted of things, and I remember the names. I'll be able to go back through, so no cheating. But anyway, peace out. Good night. I am going to log off right now. And until next time, happy trails. Peace out, Joe. God. All right. I really need to go off the camera. Later, guys. Peace.